How's it going, guys? Chris Hart here, Sold Out Server. Today we're doing a video based off our financial series teaching you ways to advance wealth, build wealth, and save property, guys. So today's video we're talking about college. Not just college, but more so I'm talking to that parent, that uncle, that aunt, that grandparent saying, hey man, I want my child to go to college and I want to save them property. If you're like me, I have 3 kids, right? They're 8, they're 6, and they're 7 months old. And I want to give them the opportunity to go to college. Now I'm a college dropout, we all know that, right? But hey, if the kid wants to go to college, I want to provide them the opportunity and I'll pay for it for them, or at least help finance it, right? So how are you planning for college for your kids? Well, traditionally, most people say let's get a 529 plan. 529 plan, you know, it's going to be a great account. It's going to grow. It grows tax deferred, and it's growing that account. And it's at a point where I can use the money for college for my kids. And hey, it's great. 529 plan is tied to the market. It can experience phenomenal growth. That's what most people do. Some people say I'm going to get a Gerber account. I'm not sure why. They get a Gerber account, and it's a whole life policy that has some small growth and it's tied to insurance, and it may work for them. Some people say, Chris, I'm just going to save in the market, saving my mutual funds and saving my stock accounts and all that kind of stuff, whether it's Robinhood or whatever you're doing, right? Some people just put money into a CD.
Just so you know, he's not talking about the CD that play music. It's something else. Just pay attention for me.
Here's what I do. It's one of my ways I save money for my kids, right? I have an IRA, a Roth IRA. That's for my kids. It's set up. I'm investing in that every single month. Outside of my Roth IRA, for each one of my kids, I have something called a IUL. Yeah, Index Universal Life Insurance. Let me walk you through why I chose an IUL as a source to fund not just college, but anything for my kids post age 18. So you say I have a child, Chris. I have a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, right? I have a kid, he's 6 years old. I have a kid who's 8 years old, Chris. I got 10 years to start planning for this kid for the college. So what should I do? Let's say your budget is between $50 to $150 a month. You're saying, Chris, I get paid every 2 weeks. I can save a maximum of $75 a month for my child, right? That's why I do for my kids, $150 a month each into an IUL. Now this has to be properly structured. So whoever you're working with, make sure they're a professional when it comes to the insurance world, properly structured. I've seen some bad policies out there. So you put $150 into an IUL per month. It's about $1,800 a year. You put it right up to the MEC. The MEC stands for Modified Endowment Contract. You don't want to go above that. That's a bad thing. You don't want to go above that, right? So up to the MEC. You fund this policy for, say, 10 years. If your kid's 18, 15 years, 20 years, whatever you can do. I would say at minimum 10 years. You max fund this bad boy for 10 years. Guess what? The money goes into the account monthly. The kid has life insurance. They have long-term care, living benefits, which is all fine and dandy. You don't plan on using that. They're a young kid. At the age of 18, they choose a college to go to. They're going to Yale. Oh, that's expensive. They're going to USC, University of Miami, whoever it may be, right? Where it's 18, guess what? The money's not required right away. What do you mean? You don't have to pay the money up front. Get a loan, a deferred loan. So you get a loan that's deferred, which gives a kid's account time to continue to grow. 19, 20, 21. They graduate at age 21, 22. They're getting out of college. For the next year, payments are due. This policy's been growing now to up to age 23. You've got $55,000, 80 grand in the account, whatever it may be in that account, right? And that money's in that account. You leverage the debt benefit, right? By borrowing from the debt benefit to pay off that student loan debt. And guess what? That 50K continues to compound growth because it keeps its principal balance protected in the market. And that kid is able to draw money from that account in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and it keeps growing. And guess what? Mommy and daddy stop making payments at age 18. And it continues to compound growth for the rest of their life. You're saying, well, Chris, this is all fine and dandy, but my kid may not go to college. Well, unlike a 529 plan, this money can be used for college, or if your kid's like, hey, I'm not going to college, Dad. I'm 18, I'm going to be a dancer. A dancer? I'm going to be a dancer. Okay, we love you. Go ahead, be a dancer, man. Stop the yard. I don't know what we're doing here. Whatever you're doing, right? So they do that. What do? Well, kid, I have some money set aside for you that can be used for a down payment for a house. Your first home is on me. Or maybe we can use it for business. Or you're saying, man, Chris, how do I protect this thing? Put it into a family trust. Trust dictates access to the money. There's so many things to do with these policies here. So if you're saying, man, Chris, I like what I've heard so far. I didn't really fully understand all this. I kind of need more of like a one-on-one tutorial on how this works. I highly suggest to comment in the comment section below, learn, capital L-E-A-R-N, learn. We'll get back to you guys and really assess, does it even make sense for your family? But the least bit, teach you and educate you on how these concepts work, because it could work well for your family's future to grow wealth and build your savings. With that being said, guys, till next time, God bless. I'll see you soon.